Hello, YouTube world. Thanks for checking in to Callie's Take. Now, today's take of the day will be about why Kawhi Leonard might leave the Los Angeles Clippers to join the Los Angeles Lakers next season. Now, before we get into the video, please leave any likes, comments, and please subscribe. Please also hit the notification bell to get more content and the newest content first. So let's just jump right into it. When we talk about Kawhi Leonard, we're talking about a player who's definitely a top two, top three player in the league. A lot of people may disregard what he's done because of what happened last year in the playoffs, but he's still a great player and he's still shown that he can carry a team and bring a championship home. So he has proven that he's worthy enough of doing that. But in saying that, the reason why I think that there's a possible chance that he might go to the Lakers next year, because before LeBron got there, I think a lot of people might have forgotten that he wanted to go to the Lakers. Before LeBron got traded or went to the Lakers, not traded, well, LeBron went to the Lakers. Look, Kawhi Leonard wanted to be a Laker. I mean, that's what he told the Spurs a few years ago when it was all about that big situation about the trading situation with Kawhi Leonard, because he didn't want to play for the Spurs because they misdiagnosed him. They misdiagnosed exactly, in regards to, I think a lot of people looked at as a thigh bruise or a thigh contusion or something like that. Because I believe exactly back then, I remember Tony Parker coming on national TV saying that he ruptured both his Achilles and he came back sooner. And I feel like that put a lot of, bad karma. Well, excuse me, not bad karma, but that put a lot of, bad views on Kawhi from a lot of the fans' standpoint, because they felt like he just didn't want to play anymore and he was just holding out because he chose to. He wasn't holding out, or he wasn't like not playing because he was actually injured. And I feel like a lot of people, might have taken that the wrong way and may perceive Kawhi the wrong way. And I feel like Kawhi has been perceived the wrong way in a lot of areas, or should I say in a lot of ways since he's been in the league, or at least since that's happened. So, because I remember when that happened, everybody took Greg Popovich and the organization side, because Greg Popovich been in the league, a lot longer and a lot more, formidable as a, coach. And he's more well known for, the way he coaches his guys, but they win championships. So, winning cures everything. So a lot of people didn't believe in Kawhi based upon the situation, but in all reality, Kawhi came out on top from that, because when they sent him to Toronto and didn't send him to the Lakers where he requested to go, he wouldn't win a championship anyway. So, that killed the Spurs vibe right there, because that could have been a championship for the Spurs rather than a championship for Toronto. But, stupidity on their part. You turn your back on your best player and karma comes back on you and your best player goes somewhere else and wins the championship. So appreciate that, Mr. Greg Popovich. That's all you're doing there. But at the same time, like I was saying before, Kawhi going to the Lakers is not far-fetched, because when I think about Kawhi on the Lakers, I believe he's one of the ones that the late, great Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, and his daughter and the rest of the individuals that was on the plane, he was one of the ones that I feel that was close to Kobe, and Kobe liked Kawhi Leonard a lot. You can actually go on the internet and look. There was an interview about, Kawhi Leonard, and Kobe was saying, he loved Kawhi's game. He loved the way he played. He loved how Kawhi has a lot of the same moves and attacking points that Kobe had. The back shoulder fade, get into position in the post, the turnaround fade away, the killer instinct, killer mentality. Kawhi is a perfect fit. When you think about it, Kawhi is probably just like Kobe Bryant mentally. He's got that killer mentality. He's got that rugged play style, the way he can play. He's quiet, even though Kobe wasn't as quiet, but he's quiet, but he's also like a killer when he needs to be, and he can be clutch. I've seen Kawhi be clutch. We've seen that. We've seen him come up clutch, with Toronto Raptors. Now, he didn't do so much of that last year with the Clippers. But sometimes my personal opinion, I just feel like the Clippers are a cursed organization, and what can go wrong will go wrong for the Clippers. I mean, I just feel like they're one of those teams who, can't can't get out their own shadow, can't get out their own way, And because I look at the teams the Clippers have had, even though Doc Rivers was the coach, and I'm not a big Doc Rivers fan, excuse me, but they have had some formidable teams. You had Chris Paul, you had Blake and all of them in their prime, and you still never got past the second round. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't get past the second round with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, which I think both of them are better players than Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. But at the same time, it could have just been Doc Rivers coaching. Who knows? That's my personal belief. I believe it was Doc Rivers coaching because I'm just not a fan of, his coaching style. I don't believe that he makes the right adjustments in playoff games when necessary as a coach should, because when a team is making a run or when a team plays you, like when you're up 2-1, 3-1 in a series, you have to make adjustments. You can't keep playing the same way because obviously the other team is going to make some adjustments because what they're doing is not working against you because you're up 3-1. So they're going to make adjustments. So if they make adjustments, then you need to do the same because you need to adjust to what they're doing so it can allow you to execute your game plan and play better so you can win the series. Now, with that being said, like I said before, I do believe Kawhi Leonard going to the Lakers isn't far-fetched because, like I said, that's where he wanted to be in the beginning. And I think if you ask Kawhi Leonard now, if you talk behind closed doors with him, I believe he would tell you that the Lakers definitely was a target point of his and might actually still be. Because for the simple fact, Paul George signed a big contract. Kawhi sat there and said in that, I don't know, it was post-game or pre-game conference, that he's neither way. He's neutral. He basically said he was neutral. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say whether he's going to sign or not going to sign. He's basically leaving it up in the air to maybe, test his options or to see what he has, in the the free agency market. But at the same time, the only two teams I can honestly see him possibly going to, is Miami or the Lakers, because he definitely wants to be somewhere where it's good weather. He definitely seemed to make that a point when he was in Toronto. So, and as far as Miami, I can't really see him teaming up with Jimmy Butler, even though I know he wouldn't mind it. Jimmy Butler plays hard. He's definitely a star player in his rights, but I don't see him leaving LA to go somewhere else when he's already home. When you're at home, there's no need to go anywhere else to find what you need. What you need is there at home. Home cooking, family, everything you need, the fans. There's no better fans in the world than LA. And that's Cali's take right there. And that's one of my biggest takes. So that's just my personal opinion though. I mean, of course that could be a biased situation or a biased statement to most people, but at the same time, like I said, I don't believe Kawhi is gonna leave where he's from to go play for a team out of state when he's already at home. His main goal was to be on the Lakers. I personally think, him going to the Lakers next year would be feasible because, it's another year off LeBron. LeBron is getting older. LeBron can't carry the load. And you see that in a lot of games. They're going to need a player like Kawhi Leonard to take over the show. So it could be him and Anthony Davis and maybe LeBron be there. We're not sure. But and besides, when you think about the Brooklyn Nets, man, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely going to need, if the Nets turn to what a lot of people think they could be, well, the Lakers definitely going to need a third party in Kawhi Leonard to help them win a championship. So, I mean, that would be a great finals next year if that was actually able to happen. But, of course, all this is possibility. All this is speculation at this point. But, like I said before, don't be surprised if that happens because I really think that's something that a lot of people might not be looking at or a lot of people might not be paying attention to. But Kawhi Leonard is a quiet person for a reason. And he made a blockbuster move in going to LA Clippers that a lot of people didn't see. So what will be the difference in him making another blockbuster move going to LA where he probably actually will want to be and play with better players and represent the purple and gold like he's supposed to. And like probably Kobe would have wanted him to. So, with that being said, we'll see how it goes. But like I said, don't be alarmed if it happens because I won't be. But hey, until next time.